Hello, our team is composed by Paula Martínez, Andrea García, and Nayeli Valdez.
We're going to talk about the Southwest real case to know more about derivatives, mostly forwards.
As we know, fuels such as crude oil and heating oil is extremely important in airline industry. As this kind of energy is not renewable and rising in demand, jet cost fuels have substantially risen over the past years, putting consistent pressure on airlines to maintain positive cash flows. For this reason, airlines use something called hedging. Hedging is locking the cost of future fuel purchases. By doing this, the companies can protect themselves against losses from rising fuel prices and also prevent from sudden gains from decreasing fuel prices. At the time, this stabilizes their overall airline costs, and this at the time results in more stable profits. Airlines use a variety of strategies ranging from not hedging to fully hedging using a combination of products, primarily swaps. Many, including Southwest, have stated that they prefer over-the-counter derivatives instead of an exchange-traded future because they are more customizable since they are traded directly between the airlines and investment banks.
As energy prices are notoriously hard to predict, the company had trouble on controlling its fuel costs, which generated the risk of having energy prices to rise or drop dramatically without much warning. If the cost of jet fuel continued to rise, the cost of fuel for Southwest would rise accordingly without hedging. On the other hand, if the cost of jet fuel declines, the cost of fuel would drop if Southwest were unhedged. This way, it was difficult for Southwest to control the total costs and keep them at the lowest level possible. Jet fuel prices are very uncertain. In fact, fuel is the most volatile cost and represents about 15% of the airline's expenses. From 1998 to 2000, the jet fuel price had an increase of 255%, going from 28.5 cents per gallon to 101.25.
Scott, the director of finance for Southwest, identified the following 5 alternatives to deal with the risks: doing nothing, hedging using a plain vanilla jet fuel or heating oil swap, hedging using options, hedging using a zero-cost collar strategy, or hedging using a crude oil or heating oil futures contract. In addition to the last one, jet fuel future contracts do not exist in the United States, so futures on crude or heating oil must be used instead to hedge jet fuel purchases. After analyzing, Southwest had 2 reasonable alternatives: hedging using options and hedging using heating oil futures contracts. The company chose future contracts because they proved to be less risky and made evident that it would be saving about 30 to 50% on jet fuel costs. So, it locked up the prices paid for large amounts of oil for years ahead, paying a spot value of about $51 per barrel, while the market price was around $100, resulting in savings of $3.5 million and a profit of $455 million in 2004, $892 million in 2005, and $675 million in 2006. Also, with those savings, Southwest was able to purchase more aircrafts, increase the number of flights, and improve its operating procedures.
Due to its strategy, Southwest Airlines has become the 3rd largest airline in the world as well as in America, in terms of passenger aircrafts among all of the world's commercial airlines. Today, Southwest operates approximately 3,300 flights daily, and it's the only major airline to post profits every year since the last 6 years. It justifiably claims to be the United States' most successful, low-fare, high-frequency, and point-to-point carrier.
Southwest business model is the best low-cost model, yielding considerable profit while providing value for money.
Certain expenses are unavoidable. However, one variable that can be kept low through decisive planning is the cost of fuel. A good way to achieve this is by hedging fuel, which is a complex but rewarding process.
Thank you for watching!